Hey guys, Brother Josh here. Just want to make sure that you have not been lied to by the double stuffed Oreo controversy out there. If you've been lied to by Oreo and Nabisco companies, affiliates, you may be entitled to compensation. I'm not sure if you know this or not, but there's a lot of controversy, especially in my world, which completely revolves around food, about is double stuffed Oreos 100% legitimately giving you double the cream. So first off, in biology today, we just decided we were going to have an Oreo dissection. And this was unplanned. We have real dissections too, right? Like cow eyes and squids. But we wanted to get to the bottom and find out once and for all, is double stuff truly double stuffed? Now, obviously, one of the steps of the scientific method would be your hypothesis, okay? But as many of the kids that were in my classroom as there were, only two of them thought that Oreo was actually telling the truth, that it was truly a double amount of stuffing between the cookie layers. I've seen some schools talk about this before, and obviously people joke about it online. I know there are some videos out there some students have told me about. I haven't personally seen any of those. I know I did this experiment 6 years ago, and I had different results. But I just want to make sure that you guys are not being fooled by this decision on is it worth the money to spend on Oreos. But before I give you the results, I want to make sure that you're aware that Oreo actually is America's #1 milk selling cookie. And so it's pretty interesting. In fact, it takes 2 hours. Can you believe this? 2 hours to make a single bake, cook, prepare, assemble one single Oreo from their factory. And there's enough Oreos sold in an entire year's time to circle the globe, touching each other, one Oreo touching another, to circle the globe 5 times. Can you believe that? So people love Oreos. I actually like the golden Oreos the best. And there's some terribly weird flavors out there for Oreos. I'm sure you've seen some of those. All the way from like spicy chicken to hot sauce Oreos and all kinds of crazy stuff as well. However, I wanted to get down towards the nitty-gritty, okay? I wanted to find out who was in charge of perpetuating this lie, or if Oreo was lying to us, why is no one holding them accountable? And so these are the things that we do to change the world and dedicate our time to. So real quickly, as a teacher, I wanted to make sure that we knew who we were dealing with. So I looked up that Oreo is run by Nabisco, but Nabisco is actually an affiliate firm of Mondelez International Inc. Incorporated. And so I was able to find their customer service number and get a hold of them and just call them out for the liars that they were, if that was the result of the experiment that we did today. So let's get to the results. Okay, so here's what we did. First off, you have to have your hypothesis. You have to have a theory. Then you got to test that theory, okay? And you have to make sure that you're testing it with something that's worthwhile testing. So you see this little scale over here. What we did was we took one Oreo cookie and we put on this side, and the double stuff we put on this side, and whichever one was heavier, that was exactly how we... No, of course not. Why? That is not a valid science experiment. You need the right kind of equipment. So we got one of those digital scales, right, that goes all the way down to the grams, and we took one Oreo cookie and shaved off the icing, and one double stuff and shaved off the icing, and weighed them on the digital scale. And we found out that inconclusive, right? Simply one, is there human error? You have to account for all these things. And so, of course, that wasn't going to work either. So then what we did was we counted the number of cookies, right? And that's a little bit of a debatable subject here as well. So again, are they telling you that we have double the amount of icing in or the stuffing in the middle of the same amount of cookies, or are they saying whatever cookies we have, we are filling double? So we found out between the original Oreos, the OGs, original gangstas, and then we have the double stuffing, we found out that the originals actually have 6 more cookies. And some people will throw up their hands and say, wow, Oreo, wow, you're stealing from us just by giving us double stuffing, you're stealing Oreos. But that's not really not true, because again, the package does say double stuff. It doesn't say the same amount of cookies. It just says whatever cookies are in here by naturally, right? If you add more stuffing, you're taking up more room in the packaging, and it shows that on the weight as well. So 6 less cookies between the 2 packages. And then we took all of them out and shaved them all down as best we could for the school, right? So you've got all of your original icing here, and then we've got all of our double stuffed Oreo cream on this plate right here, if you can see that, okay? Then we took those and weighed them on the scale, and of course, accounting for human error, accounting for the weight of the plate, that was the same plate measured on both sides, we came out to this. Are you ready? Original G's, here we go, ready? We've got your original Oreos coming down to this, ready? 81 grams of icing, which takes us about 2.9 ounces, give or take. So here we go, ready? To double that, double the amount, we would need to have 162 grams for the double stuff, 162 grams, or 5.8 equivalent ounces of icing, okay? So OG, again, here we go, ready? I'm gonna put them on the screen, ready? 81 grams, and then we have 2.9 ounces of stuffing, okay? And again, that's with removing the 6 cookies out, comparing the number of cookies in the original to the number of cookies in the double stuff. Then what we have here, ready, drum roll, how many do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Okay, here we go, ready? We found out that the double stuff ready needed to have 162 grams, but the double stuff actually had, when weighed, it actually only had 195 grams. That's right, it is actually double stuffed. It is actually double. It meets the requirement. It is above double stuff. It is more icing. And the ounces as well, it needed to be 5.8 ounces. And what was it? It was 6.9 ounces. So here we go. Are you ready? The comparison, cream to cream as best as we could, digital scales, right, testing our hypothesis. Everyone thought Nabisco, everyone thought that Mondelez International Inc. was lying to us, that double stuff wasn't double stuff. Although there are less cookies, if you compare them, we found out that they are being honest, and you guys have given them a bad rap. So you're not entitled to compensation. You're not entitled to having a bad attitude. It is worth the money. Double stuff is the best. Those of you that like the Oreo thins, you've got problems, and science and scientific method wins again. Take care, guys.